Good morning. My name is James Martin. I'm the owner of Hampton Roads Dustless Media Blasting. I'm going to take my sunglasses off. But anyhow, we're from the Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach area. We're up here in Rappahannock, right outside Gloucester. We're at Rappahannock Yacht Club. We're doing NFL removing on a 40-foot Searay. So this is one of the things we specialize in. Hopefully the sun is not okay. So there you can see the truck, you can see the equipment, but you can see how we do the encapsulation here. We have a fan in the front to kind of inflate it. So we're doing NFL removing on this boat back here, and unfortunately it had to be encapsulated because, as you can see where they placed the boat, because this is February, so everyone's got the boats out of the water trying to do seasonal maintenance, so we don't got a whole lot of room. One of the things about being dustless though is if they have enough room, for an example, and they could put me 20 yards, I would just say, away from someone else's boat or an area to do that, we don't have to encapsulate like you see right there. We would just put a 6 mil plastic down, try to work with the boat yard for where before they stage the boat, that they could put down the plastic and then they could stage it like you see this boat here, where it's blocked in the little stabilizer things here for it to basically kind of keep it from moving. So what we like to do, if it's possible, is get with the marina, give them a 20 by 100 roll of 6 mil plastic that they could put down for us, and then put the boat on that plastic. So when we show up, if we do got to encapsulate, as you see behind me, then the plastic's already down. We don't have to try to cut it around where it's blocked. As you can see, like right here, it's blocked. Well, actually, that one is not blocked. You can see what's blocked. We got to cut around that and then tape it, and that takes materials and time. It takes us about an extra hour and a half to do that. So if you want to get your boat done, anti-fouling removing, we charge per linear foot. Just like with this boat yard, the owner, he wanted us to basically go through him. So the customer contacted Hampton Roads Dustless Media Blasting, and wanted us to do it. But I had to go through the marina and give them our insurance and our W-9 with our EIN number for the business. So if you have a boat at a marina and you want to have anti-foul removing done on that boat, or anti-foul, then once you do that, then you got to go down to the gel coat if there's a problem, and then take out the blisters, and you go a little bit further, just like someone's sanding. But our process is a lot faster and everything, and especially if we're don't have to encapsulate. Typically, like this size boat, unfortunately, it has a very I don't really know what the word for it, long hull, if you will. It ain't like a sailboat like over here. They're a little bit shorter. When you have a boat that's like this one, for an example, okay, see that's a lot of space. If you would see how low that is right here, so that's a lot of anti-foul to be removed. The boat we're doing over here should have been a one-day job. Unfortunately, like this doesn't look too bad. The boat over there has not had anti-fouling removal or any maintenance done on the hull of the boat for 20 years. So it's built up and built up. So we have, like I said, we charge per linear foot. But I will write on the estimate, if you have 3 or 4 coats of anti-fouling, it's going to take us 2 or 3 times the amount of time to remove it. It's going to cost more. It's not going to be the typical charge that we do. If I got to come back a second day, I drove 91 miles, we did, up here to have to redo this. I should have put it on the estimate to the customer and the boat owner of the yard, or the customer and the which now is the owner that owns the Rappahannock Yacht Club, because and let the customer know when I initially gave the estimate too. Okay, so if you got extra coats, it might be another $400 or $500, and like a typical boat that might cost, I think that boat was $1,800 to $2,000 to do the anti-fouling. But I'm up here a second day. Well, that doesn't include encapsulation, that's just blasting. So $1,800 to $2,000 just to remove it. But we had to come up here a second day. That's a 97-mile drive one way, 193 miles round trip, I believe, something like that. So, but yeah. So if you want to get that done and you don't want to do it by hand and sand and do all that stuff, scrape it, which if you scrape it, you can accidentally go down into the gel coat. With us, when we're doing it, anti-foul removal, it just takes off the anti-foul. But if there's blisters and when someone hit something underneath and they patched it, it's going to show once we do that, and that's not our fault, I should say. So anyhow, if you need any kind of boat work like that done, anti-foul removal, want to remove the paint to redo the gel coat, give Hampton Roads Justice Media a blast and a shout. 797-6655. If you're outside Virginia Beach or outside Virginia, you have a boat in Virginia, in our area at 757 area code, okay? And also outside the Pensacola area, we're going to be doing business down there after September of this year. So try to do it in both places if it's possible, okay? So look forward to hearing from you.